Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3 Africa. We're playing as Mauritius. My name is Orbital, and yeah, let's just get down and dirty with exactly what is going on. We left you at the end of the last episode. We're making a substantial amount of money, and I don't think we really want to alter that, to be honest, because let's face it, it would be really nice if we could just manage to pay off our debt over the next couple of turns. That would be hugely amazing if we could do that. So I don't think that we're gonna try and do that. This technology backwater is plaguing us still like there is no tomorrow. And that is a little bit annoying. And we've also got this, persistent, uncompetitive economy nonsense that is just proceeding in the background, which is a little bit pesky, but hey ho. Now, bear in mind that we are playing as a religious sort of government, and we do need to try and please all of the people in the religious voter group. And so we're going to try and do that. We are absolutely going to try and do that. And I think probably the first thing that we're going to need to adjust is abortion law. I think that's probably what we're going to do. This is not really going to change that much, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is really good. So if we can lower it, we only need 19 political capital to do so, but hey-ho. We did sort of muck around on this turn a little bit in the last episode, but I'm okay with just mucking around a little bit again and, just investigating to see what we can do, what our future plans are, and how we're going to combat the fact that we've got a little bit of an election coming up very soon indeed. And also, something else we need to bear in mind, the global economy is going to become pretty shit, okay? It's gonna go down, it's preparing to peak, and after that, the downward trend will be long and hard and probably rough. So we'll need to brace ourselves to be ready for that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I don't think there's much else that we really need to do this turn. We're going to get 27 political capital next turn, and our maximum is 54, so we should feel absolutely confident going to the next turn without losing any of our political capital. Residential credit facilities, that is always good to have. A good indicator of how stable we actually are. What happened? Foreign liberation movement, and that decreased stability a little bit. So, stability, not hugely important, I guess. But kind of nice that it's given us a nice little bump to all of these positive things that we can be happy about. Stock exchange as well. That's kind of cool. Increasing GDP by just a smidgen. It's always good to have more green bubbles, though. Like, that's my twisted logic, right? It's always better to have more green bubbles, because then it looks like I'm actually doing something right. Exactly. Unemployment is surprisingly low. Health is surprisingly high. Poverty is also surprisingly low. And GDP is meh, I guess. It's not exactly where we want it to be, but it's not exactly in a terrible position either. Ban animal testing, no change. No change on that. We're currently running 14 billion surplus. And our income and expenditure just dropped off a cliff. Don't quite understand why that happened, but okay. It's very strange how that happened. That's very weird, because that did it did the same thing in my Botswana playthrough. There may have been a patch, and that patch may be sort of conflicting with the saves that are going on, I guess, but it seems to really only adjust the income and expenditure levels. I don't think it's going to make a vast difference anyway, because I think it's all scaled. I presume it's all scaled anyway, but who knows? Who knows at this point? Small business grants. Wow, that was a lucky random thing that I just happened to click on. I think we should scale this up, right? I really do. I think that we can get a really good, nice big chunk of GDP out of this policy, and we can also decrease socialists. Not like that's really the main aim, but also we keep capitalists happy. And if I know anything about Democracy 3, it is that capitalists are the absolute worst to keep happy. Now, why the heck have we got a water shortage? It's because we've got so many bloody farmers, isn't it? We have got so many bloody farmers. Agricultural efficiency is quite high. So that's fine, I guess. But this is really, really annoying. We do have a lot of rural people. Yeah, that's annoying. And also the food prices are starting to pick up a little bit, so we don't exactly want that to happen. International trade could be boosted further. Foreign relations seem to be really, really bad for some obscure reason. Could probably do with spending a little bit of money and giving out some foreign aid. That might very well help. I don't know. A power block alignment, we could do something like that. Religious rest day. Religious rest day is something that I want to introduce, but we're not quite to the point where we can, you know, sort of dish out our religious policies and try and keep everybody under control. But we're going to do that sooner rather than later, I think. We're going to try and transition towards that that religious government. In fact, you know what? Why not now? Why not now? That seems like a grand time to do that. Public religious broadcasts. I think that is totally something that we would do. Wow. Alright. So this is going to be quite an interesting policy. Liberals are not going to be happy with it. Holy cow, they are not going to be happy with it. Also, that abortion law that we were going to change, that we should totally change, that I cannot see at the moment. Ah, there it is. Perfect. Boom. And religious people will be much, much happier with us. Fantastic. Limit automated trading. This is something that I think should never, ever be implemented. Like, it's just so bad, and it upsets so many people that it's just such a stupid policy. But, you know, hey, that's just the way that things are. Let's go to the next turn and see what the next turn has... Whoa, what is this? Political relationship downgraded? A key trading partner has downgraded their political relationship with our country. This is a drastic step that has resulted from foreign relations souring between our nations. Foreign trade and investment will suffer with a significant portion of this economic activity withdrawn. So GDP is actually taking a real pounding there. Holy cow. Foreign investment down, capitalists don't like us, and everybody hates us just a little bit more. Very, very annoying, actually, especially when we've got a big vote that is around the corner, but looks like we're managing to still be pretty darn popular, if you ask me. We are paying back our debt. Slowly but surely, that's for sure. And especially slowly, and especially very slowly, actually, now that we've got this massive, massive dip in income and expenditure, which is very, very random, because I would really love to play around with a lot more money than we've currently got, but hey-ho, I guess. If our expenditure drops, then I'm happy for our income to drop. That works for me. Technology backwater is going to be ending pretty soon, I think. I think the only thing that we really need to worry about is the global economy peaking, which is going to happen, which is absolutely going to happen. And when that happens, we need to make sure that we're looking into alternative ways that we can continue to grow our own GDP and, you know, sort of be a little bit more disconnected from the world economy. But that's going to be very, very challenging. Border tensions are not so great, at all. CO2 emissions are not helping this. No, they're really not. We need to try and get on board with everybody. Let's implement some foreign aid. Patriots are going to hate us. That's fine. Patriots really do not like us. Military spending. This is going to be risen because we need to... Yeah, we're going to raise it from... Okay, we're going to spend about 4 billion on military. This should actually take unemployment to almost nil. It's going to make liberals hate us a little bit, but in all honesty, I'm totally fine with this because, let's face it, it's going to do a lot of good just making the Patriots a heck of a lot happier with us, which is kind of important. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what happens. Bish, bash, bosh. Fingers crossed it actually works. Religious people, very, very happy with us. we need to adjust this slider so that the membership of liberalism actually goes down and religious membership goes up. We're going to have to introduce a heck of a lot of liberal policies that are going to offset this absolutely huge... yes, this one. The absolutely huge outrage that the liberals are going to be in when we do eventually adjust this policy. So that's something that we can actually plan for. We should probably go about making the liberals a little bit happier with everything that we do. Limit automated trading is also something that I need to do, but whatever, that's fine. Limit automated trading is one of those things that is important, but it's not super important. Unemployment going down probably to the very bottom, fingers crossed, soon. And GDP picking up a little bit there, which is fantastic. Prevent construction there, because we don't want a toxic waste dump in our country. We had a little bit of a surplus, so our good old debt is going to continue to fall, which is kind of nice. But unfortunately, our income is also falling with, with GDP just kind of stagnating a little bit. And expenditure seems to be rising because, we're paying for foreign aid and stuff like that, which is pesky, but it's one of those things that you got to do to get friendly with people. All right. Gender inequality is... What makes the liberals super unhappy? Gender inequality and public religious broadcasts. Oh, they don't really like that stuff, do they? Minority sexualities. Oh, God. No, we can't really do anything about that without seriously upsetting the religious people. This is a tough place to be in. Border controls? Border controls are not a religious issue. I think we could probably scale back border controls. That would actually lead to an increase in tourism, and ethnic minorities would be happier with us. However, it would lead to an increase in immigration, which may not be the thing that we need right now, but it's going to be happening. Whatever you say, it's going to be happening. Let's also lower this. Let's just get rid of this stupid limit automated trading nonsense, because it literally does nothing for the country. Literally nothing. It's a terrible policy. It should never be introduced at the very start of the game. The sooner that you can get rid of it, the better, in my books. What else do liberals not really like? Gender inequality. That's difficult. That's really tough to deal with. That's really tough to deal with. There's probably something that we could do, actually. We could probably go down the route of narcotics, believe it or not. And this would upset conservatives, but let's face it, conservatives are already kind of happy with us. So that's good, I guess. Yeah, you know what? I think that might actually be a good idea. It's also going to give us a little bit of extra cash that's going to allow us to spend a little bit of extra moolah on, a little bit of extra dosh, a little bit of extra money to spend will be kind of nice. Yeah, I think that's the route that we're going to go down. We're going to legalize narcotics. That's the plan, folks. Foreign drug smugglers. Let's try him domestically. GDP taking a little bit of a pounding there. Budget surplus is looking pretty strong at the moment, though. The intelligence briefing is telling me that things are pretty darn good, if you ask me. Okay, 3 turns towards the election. Debt is coming down slowly but surely. Liberals are starting to like us just that little bit more. Handgun law. This is not really something that we want to do. It's not something that we want to muck around with. It's also a very expensive political capital, thing. But what we can do is we can actually make drugs just completely legal. And it's gonna make legal drug consumption go through the roof. It really is. And this is gonna go absolutely apeshit. It really is. And unfortunately, It could lead to some complications, i.e. perhaps a heroin crisis, or whatever the heck you call it, a drug addiction crisis, but we don't need that. Let's get a tourism campaign, because why not? Increase foreign relations just a little bit, and just to use up that little bit of extra political capital that we've got going on, and we can go to the next turn. Quite confident that we're going to be able to do some big stuff this turn. Transport Minister resigns. I don't care. I don't care. Well, it's a good thing that we've got tourism adverts running right now so that they can counter this atrocious crash. It's a little bit annoying. Why is GDP so up and down? That's what I don't understand. We need to try and fix that. Once again, another budget surplus, which is very, very important. Very, very happy about that. Liberals, wow, holy cow, liberals are loving us. They really, really are. They are absolutely loving us. Child labor is completely banned, so honestly, I think liberals should be happy about that. They really should be. They really, really should be. And narcotics are now going in the favor of liberals. Legal drug consumption jumped through the roof there. So very, very cool, actually. Very, very cool. And we can actually do some pretty awesome tax policies that are aimed towards people who are using those drugs. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Recreational Drugs Tax. That's the ticket. We're going to introduce it. It is going to increase poverty a little bit. Going to make poor people and youths a little bit annoyed with us, but hey ho. Let's do it. And that's going to scale, okay? So at the moment, we're only going to make 1.5 billion from it, but that is going to scale up, and we're going to make a heck of a lot more than that in the future. Fingers crossed. Technology backwater is going to end very, very shortly indeed, and it's going to free up a little bit of growth. Fingers crossed. Very, very difficult to get rid of this uncompetitive economy nonsense that we've got going on right now, which is a little bit pesky, but I guess we'll sort of deal with it. This asthma epidemic is... I mean, it doesn't really matter, I'll be honest. It doesn't really matter that much. However, this border tension nonsense, this is going to end. This is going to end. This is good. I'm glad that this is going to end. And we've got an election in 2 turns, so let's bosh that out before the end of the episode. You are not very happy, buddy. You're fired. Congratulations, you got fired. Let's get a youth environmentalist on board. In fact, maybe not somebody who likes youths, considering... We'll get an environmentalist poor dude on board. He's not a poor dude, but, you know, his interests are with poor people or with the poor voter demographic. And who wants to be transport? Who wants to be transport? You want to be transport? No, we don't really want trade unionists. Religious and parents. I don't care that you're not with that you don't want the transport job. You're gonna get that job. It doesn't really matter. Congratulations. You don't even want to be transport minister, but you've got the job, buddy. Congratulations. Poor guy. Just gets stuck in a random ass job that he doesn't want to be part of. That's fine. That's cool. Let's go to the next turn. Let's go to the next turn. A feminist plot. We'll try and deal with that. Border tensions have ended. Technology backwater has ended. Drug addiction has started. I thought that that would be the case. I will be completely honest. And what is it doing? Making parents not like us, decreasing health by 20%, and decreasing productivity. The only one that I really care about here is productivity, I'll be honest. Like, I don't care if parents are grumpy at it. It's totally fine. Why is our GDP fluctuating? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Because the global economy is sort of slowly going down. Surely our GDP should be mirroring that. I mean, I don't think there are too many domestic factors that are causing it to go up and down. I just don't know. I just do not know what is happening there, but hey-ho. Alright, I think it's probably time that we, A, have a little look at why feminists are so grumpy with us. Yeah, gender inequality seems to be part of the problem. Maternity leave we can actually bump, like, right up. We can totally do that, and that won't actually affect anything apart from productivity. And let's face it, productivity is already, like, fucking trash, so... Like, who cares? Who cares, right? Like, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Let's just eliminate all of the productivity in our country. Civil service wage parity. What the heck do we want to do with this? And this is such a bunch of random stuff. I'm not entirely sure that this is actually applicable to the situation. Or to any situations, actually. But it does make capitalists extremely happy for some obscure reason. I honestly don't know. I do not know. We're going to get 24 political capital next turn. We've got 28. We need to spend a little bit. Let's introduce some bullshit transport policy, shall we? Maybe toll roads? Toll roads aren't very popular, but hey-ho. Subsidized school buses? Yes, there we go. Bus usage is going to go through the roof. And it's going to pretty much offset the fact that parents hate us for making the entire country addicted to drugs. But, you know, well, who cares? Who cares, am I right? Let's please the capitalists. So, block the law. And then let's go to the next turn. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, I'm kind of optimistic. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fairly self-explanatory what's going to happen here. I didn't really expect to lose, but I'm kind of happy about that. Not many patriots voting for us. You know, a lot of patriots voting for the opposition there. A little bit unfortunate, but, you know, hey-ho, what can you do? Health up, education up, crime down, equality up, poverty down, violent crime down, the working week down, technology up, bus usage up, rail usage down, car usage down. Car usage is the only thing that I really care about because it seemingly is the only thing that actually affects the environment. Unemployment down by 70%. Holy shit. CO2 emissions up a smidgen. Immigration up by 84%. Holy shit. Ever since we got rid of those border controls, immigration has been going through the bloody roof. Population growth looks fairly consistent at the moment though. Sweet. Awesome. GDP is up by 31% as well, so honestly, I don't know who's complaining. Foreign aid received has gone down? Why are we not... Why? Foreign investment has gone up a little bit, but why has foreign aid received gone down? Is it because our poverty is so low? I think it might be because our poverty is so low. Our corruption is pretty low, but it could be a little bit lower. Yeah, we'll have to think about that. Also, something that is kind of a little bit... Ooh, dictatorship. Something that is probably worth thinking about. Our foreign aid received seems to go down if we have low levels of poverty. However, what if we decided to jack poverty up? What if we artificially created poverty? What would happen then? I don't know, it's just a suggestion. A very interesting suggestion, I think. Also, food price ain't doing too good. Yeah, poor earnings are mediocre. Like, all of the growth that we had was completely wiped out by the fact that they have to pay extortionate prices for food. But hey-ho. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato, and until next time, folks, bye.